Looking back on some of the fights, it's like I'm sure you're disappointed you've lost, but they've actually been really good fights.
Oh yeah, definitely. First one was Talis Ladies, and that was a great fight. You know, I was taking it to him, and he caught me with an armbar. You know, so that's what happened with Wilson Govea too. I was really taking it to him, and I ended up just getting caught at the end. You know, I thought I had him knocked out, and you know, things happen. You get caught. That's why the sport's so fun. You know?
The Gouveia fight, I mean, it really was going well. I mean, you were really taking it to him, and I don't know if it was the weight cut for him or just the fact that you were just in his face the whole time, but you're doing pretty much everything. The funny thing is, have you watched the replay of it at all, or you just don't? Yeah. I mean, the commentating is actually, it kind of sucks for you, but they, like literally 2 seconds before, they kind of warned, you know, you can't hear that in the cage, but they made a mention of, hey, you got to be either down when you're against a guy like that or straight up, not in the middle.
Not in the middle. And, you know, he grabbed my hand with both hands. He had double wrist, you know, he had double hand control with the wrist. And, you know, man, it was a fast armbar, but I shouldn't have let myself get in that position. Yeah. And it happens, you know.
Well, you know, the other crazy one is Damian Maia, and you were doing a decent job in that one. And then I got to tell you, the way he took you down and got your back, I don't know that I've ever seen anyone do that. So I don't even know if you could prepare. Yeah. It was just this weird, he was kind of like on your side hip, and he ripped you down, and he's on your back like that.
Definitely. Damian's on a roll right now. I think he's cleaning house with a lot of the Quest guys right now. So going through pretty much everybody that steps up. I mean, he's really, really solid, and you know, it was a great experience. And you know, what do? You get caught. So,
well, one positive: not fighting a Brazilian.
Not fighting a Brazilian. No, more of a stand-up guy, which is better suited for me. I think I like to stand up and bang. So, see, I'm excited. You know.
Yeah. What do you know about him? Because obviously he's got a K1 background, kickboxing background. Does he have any ground game at all? What do you know?
I'm not sure. I mean, I try to look up some video on him. I seen a little highlight video of him. Looks like he likes to kick a lot, kick and punch. I heard he has a couple of K1 fights. I'm guessing we're going to stand up and bang it out. You know, So
you don't seem to lack for any confidence, in spite of the fact that you've had a rough go in the win-loss column in the UFC. How do you deal with those? Because you can kind of chuckle about it, but it's not a devastation.
No, not at all. This is, I think your fight career is a process, and each time that I lose, I end up going. I go back and I learn something from it, and. The last three guys were real solid, but man, that last one, I thought I had him knocked out, and I got a little overzealous, and I went for just let it all go, and I probably should have backed off a little bit when I knew I had him. I knew I had him hurt. I mean, a few of those shots that I landed from the ground, I knew I had him hurt, and I should have just backed off. And I was like, I seen blood, and I went for it. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that performance still has to give you confidence, though, because then he gets, at least from a UFC standpoint, he gets moved, right to the forefront there, potentially for a title shot. He winds up losing against Marquardt, but they think a lot of him. So they clearly think a lot of you.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying my best, and I'm going to go out and give the fans what they want. I think that's what the UFC wants. I'll go out and, win or lose, it's going to be a war.
Yeah. So what's going on personally now? I was just reading the other day that, I know you're trying to work your local gym and clinic and kind of help people a little bit. I had read something, though, about your wife, that your wife had just lost her job.
Yeah, she got laid off like many of the other population going on right now with the economy and stuff. She was in HR, and she ended up getting laid off her job 3 months ago. But it's given her time to hang out with our daughter and actually be the mom that she wanted to be, instead of me being pretty much the stay-at-home dad all the time. Yeah. So it's working out great for her. She's looking for a job right now, and we'll see what happens.
And that's in Omaha?
That's in Omaha, yeah. So,
what's the job market in Omaha?
Job market right now? Well, she was doing construction HR. That was kind of her background, and it's just construction's not there right now. So, we're struggling. Everybody's struggling right now, so it's just going to be those type of times for a while, and we're just going to have to deal with it and move on.
That's a good way to look at it. So you don't have to be stay-home dad, but that means you do have to be win fights and earn money dad.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I've been gone for the last month. I've been down in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that's given her staying at home has given me the time to be able to go out and travel and train. And back in Omaha, we just the guys are good, but they're just not on that level, So, and I was kind of on the upper echelon of it, so. Going down to Greg's and training with all the guys down there, it's been great. It was a great training camp. I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
So you mentioned you've been working with Jackson. Is he actually going to be in the corner? He's
not. We're going to bring up Chris Luttrell. Okay. Chris has, been in numerous of the guys' camps, down there in their corners and stuff. So.
But do you work on a fight plan down there and then kind of bring it up to wherever you're fighting?
Yeah, I'm bringing him out because we worked the game plan for the last month down there, and then I have a couple of guys from Omaha that I'm bringing in, and we're going to go out there and win.
Yeah. So tell people what it's like, training at one of these, elite camps. You mentioned maybe you'd kind of tapped out, locally with some of the work at home. Mm-hmm. What's the difference, and who did you get the role with, and kind of what opened your eyes as to, if you have weaknesses, what really came out glaring?
Definitely. When I leave and I go different places, I go for guys to push me. I want to feel that uncomfortable feeling, and I just wasn't getting that back at home. I was kind of going down to their level when I was training instead of me rising up to guys that are better than me.
Right.
So I went down to Greg's, and then I trained with Joey Villasenor. And
you've got experience with?
Yeah, we fought Joey, and it didn't turn out my way. But we would roll with Joey. Brian Stan's getting ready for his fight down there.
How Brian Stan look?
Brian Stan looks really good right now. Real solid. Always strong as an ox. Yeah. Keith Jardine was down there. They had a bunch of good guys down there. So
do you get in the cage with someone like Jardine who's a little bigger?
Yeah, definitely. We got in. What was it? Elliot Marshall was down there. He's getting ready for his fight. They came down from Colorado for a couple of times. He brought a couple of other real tall, big guys. Yeah. So it was.
Those are some pretty good names you're mentioning. I mean, that's some pretty good scraps then.
Yeah. It was really good. I didn't get killed, so
yeah, there you go.
I held my own.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time, and it was great. It's a great experience. Jackson and the guys, I can't say enough. Me and Joey became pretty good friends with the 4 weeks. I mean, besides fighting him, I didn't really know.
Yeah.
So going down there, I was pretty nervous walking into that situation. And, man, they invited me in as pretty much like family. And it was real solid, so it was cool.
So how do you hook something up like that? I mean, do you make a call? Someone's got to call on your behalf? I mean, does it cost a boatload of money?
Yeah, it does cost some money. We ended up getting our taxes back, and I took all the tax money I had to go down there and
This was before your wife loses her job, or
this was
time?
This was the same time.
Wow, she's got a lot of faith.
Yeah, don't we? It's let's flip a coin, see what happens. No, I got the tax money, rolled down there. It cost me, I stayed at an extended stay hotel room. But we drove down there, me and a buddy of mine, and used his vehicle for the time. And we made it, man. We're here, so it's time to go out and have some fun.
There you go, big time MMA, the big money earners, right?
Yeah, the big money earners.
All right, well, good luck in this fight. Like we said, excited to see us against someone else other than a Brazilian and a jiu-jitsu black belt. I don't know if all three guys are black belts, but they kind of look like it. So I think they are.
Yeah,
they're all damn good.
Yeah, they're all black.
So finally, a guy who's going to maybe stand with you, and when you go to the ground, maybe you'll have the advantage. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. I do think I'll have the advantage on the ground, but I'm somebody that'll stand and bang. So I think I'm just as technical as he is stand-up wise. So I'm excited for this fight.